Hello friends, so let us talk about the types of windows. So types of windows is like people task must be structured into the series of window. The type of window used will depend on the nature and the flow of the task. Defining a standard pattern window type is again difficult across platforms because of the varying terminologies and definition used by the different windowing systems. So let us see what are the types of windows available. So one is primary window. Now primary window is the first one that appears on the screen when an activity or action is started. It is required for every function or application process. It consists of menu bar and some basic action controls, as I have talked about in the components of window. So it should prevent it should present the framework of the functions, commands, and the data, and the top level context of depending windows. The primary window is main focal point or the focus on the user activities and should represent an independent function. Avoid dividing an independent function to two or more primary windows. Avoid presenting unrelated function in a single window. Then independent function should begin in a primary window. A primary window should consist of constantly used window components which are being discussed in the components of a window, like frequently used menu bar, controls, and so on. Then you have secondary windows. So what is a secondary window? Secondary windows are supplemental windows. Secondary windows may be dependent upon a primary window or display independently on the primary window. The structurally resemble primary window, possessing some of the same action. A independent secondary window is one of the common type. It can only be displayed from a command on the interface of its primary window. It is typically associated with a single data object. If necessary, it uses a primary window's menu bar. An independent secondary windows can open independently of the primary windows. For example, a property sheet displayed when the user clicks the properties command of the menu or the desktop icon. An independent secondary menu can be typically closed without regard to the state of primary window. And proper usage. Although secondary windows share many characteristics with the primary window, they also differ from primary windows in behavior and use. So Microsoft Windows poses several types of secondary windows dialog called dialog boxes, property sheets, property inspectors, message box, backlit window, and pop-up windows. Then there is a guideline. A secondary window should typically not appear as an entry on the taskbar. Secondary window can obtain or display supplemental information that is usually related to the object that appear in the primary window. A secondary window is typically smaller than its associated primary window and smaller than the maximum display resolution. One horizontal DLU is equal to, that means a dialog units. One horizontal dialog units is equal to one-fourth of the average character width of the current system font. This is device independent unit of measure. So these sizes keeps a window from becoming too large to display at most resolution. Then the purpose is to perform a major interaction. So in this way we finish with the types of window. Next we'll see about the modes of operation.